Good morning, meteorologist Jeff Gerber. As we look down towards Port Arthur this morning on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam, looks like we're going to continue to see some light rains this morning, but nothing heavy like we saw overnight, where we've had some flash flooding issues, especially towards mid-county. Places like Bridge City and Groves have been seeing upwards of 7-8 inches, and some radar instruments maybe up towards of 10 inches in that area of southeast Texas, where water was coming up very high to some homes in that area. I've not got a lot of reports about water in homes, but I wouldn't doubt if there was maybe a few of those for the overnight hours into early morning this morning. Still raining a little bit down towards Port Arthur, and we'll show you radar here, and you can see still have some rain from Beaumont down in through mid-county down towards Sabine Pass. This stuff is very light, so we might pick up maybe another 5 to 10th of an inch rainfall, maybe an isolated spot of maybe upwards of 2/10, maybe a quarter, but looks like rainfall amounts through the rest of the morning, going into the afternoon will be less than that, as this whole area is starting to weaken as it moves into southeast Texas here. There are a few pockets here and there of some downpours, some moderate rainfall, but nothing too heavy out there for this morning left over. You can see up towards the lakes area, Newton County, a couple of heavy downpours there, some moderate rain through Tyler County, right there in the southern portions of Hardin County and through Jefferson County here as well. We have two warnings out there, and they still go. One is going till about 11:15. Wouldn't be surprised if they extend that maybe a little bit farther, but that includes northern parts of Jefferson County. Then we have another warning here that goes until noon. That includes the southern parts of Orange County. Let's take a little bit closer look at those two warnings. And once again, you can see this one extending just south of Beaumont all the way down to Port Arthur. And then we have this other one from Beaumont back down through southern parts of Orange County, just south of I-10 for the most part, for the next couple of hours, or next hour, I should say, until noon. Let's take a look at some radar estimates out there, and you can definitely see right around in this area here, this is where we've been seeing some of the heaviest rainfall, north end of Sabine Lake, that southern section there of Orange County, which includes Bridge City, which extends down into Jefferson County here, the Groves area, where we picked up maybe 8 inches of rainfall this morning. Same thing as far as Bridge City. So some very heavy rainfall out there overnight into this morning. We've had a disturbance across the area. Rainfall's been developing along that, and then we had the training effect go on right in this area here, where one area of rain develop, and then another one would develop right over the same area. So that's why we saw the heaviest stuff right here. Like I said, northern part of Sabine Lake, extreme northeastern corner of Jefferson County, and then southern sections there of Orange County. You can see as we head up towards Orange, the rain really tapered off. It was really kind of centered in this one location. Same deal with Port Arthur. Quickly tapered off as you head down towards Port Arthur, not quite as much. And then we saw some of those heavier rains extend right up the river into Beaumont here. A few of those extended over not quite to Vidor, and a few of those extended heavier rainfalls extended out up towards 105 just north of Beaumont. Looks like if you go farther north than that, Lumberton, you had some rain, but nothing too heavy. And then you go out towards the west, we had some heavy rain right along 90, but once you get to China, it was a little bit lighter rain. Now I'm going to put up numbers here. Now these are radar estimates, and tend to be radar estimates tend to be overdone. So to kind of take these numbers with a grain of salt here. Around the Orange area, just south of Orange, maybe about 3 inches. As you get closer to Bridge City, 7 to 8 inches, maybe 9. You can see right down towards Groves, Bridge City, maybe 9 or 10 inches of rainfall there. You go farther to the south between, say, Groves and Port Arthur, 7 inches. Port Arthur, or just south of there, about 4 inches. Closer to Nederland, more closer to maybe 2 or 3 inches there. Around Beaumont, showing about 5.5 inches of rain. You get up towards Vidor, about 4 inches of rain, and you head over, it's like I said, around 105 and 69 there, showing about 4.5. Now, these are probably overdone a little bit because they're radar estimated rainfall amounts. So you might take another 1/2 inch to maybe even some spots 1 inch off these estimates. But you can definitely see where the heaviest rain is been falling over the last, say, 12 hours. So definitely that region there in northern parts of Sabine Lake back into southern Orange County and northeastern sections of Jefferson County here. So if you live in this area, probably not a good idea to be out driving this morning. I would just stay hunkered down into your house. We still have a little bit of rain to come through, not much, but a little bit of rain to come through. So just stay until a little bit later on this afternoon. Things will start to dry out. Those water levels going down will continue to go down, and it'll be a little bit better chance of getting around later on this afternoon than right now, as we still have those flash flood warnings out for another hour. Here's radar. This is radar over the last 3 hours, and you can definitely see things drying out a little bit around that Warren area. So we have some rain starting to move in, but it was a lot heavier when it was out towards the west. We can track it all the way into Jefferson County and now starting to push into that area where we have the warning. It's still some moderate to maybe some light rain there. Might pick up another 1/10, quarter of an inch at the high side, but definitely not as heavy as it was this morning, where we were seeing rainfall estimates 4 or 5 inches an hour, something like that. But now things are starting to trail down as far as the rainfall there in the parts of central Jefferson County as it pushes through. So we still have some rain to get through, but it's not going to be heavy amounts like we saw earlier this morning or overnight. So things are going to be weakening there, but can't completely say we're out of the rain as far as the forecast is concerned. That's going to be coming probably after the lunch hour and towards this afternoon, where we'll see a little bit of a light rain kind of push through. But definitely things starting to weaken. We have rain across most of southeast Texas, but you go back towards the west, once you get back towards Conroe, Huntsville, rain is starting to end there. Houston, still a little bit of light rain, but it's very light stuff. So we'll watch it through the rest of the morning, but at this point, like I said, I don't expect to see too much in the way of rainfall totals adding up on top of what we already have. Like I said, maybe a 1/10, quarter of an inch at most. So that shouldn't aggravate all the flooding that we have down in the area that we see the flood warnings out right now. You can see we dried out a little bit here around 9-10 o'clock, and now we have this next batch of pretty light rain pushing in towards Port Arthur, Beaumont. It's going to work its way up towards Orange, and then back behind this band here, we don't see much through sections of western Jefferson County and over towards Chambers County. We get a little break. There's some more developing, looks like over there towards Baytown, but that's light stuff too, and that's probably going to weaken before it gets over here. So still watching radar. Like I said, it's still kind of tracking it into southeast Texas here, but nothing too heavy. Some moderate to light rain kind of pushing through mid-county, where we've been seeing some of the heavier rainfall amounts. Let me see if I can back this out once again and take a look at, once again, take these rain totals. I just want to show you once again where the heaviest rain has been this morning, and definitely you can see P&G, Port Neches Groves, Bridge City. You've been seeing the heaviest rainfall overnight, upwards. I would say generally estimates anywhere from 6 to maybe 8-9 inches. That 10-inch amount from our radar might be overdone just a little bit, but definitely some very heavy rainfall. If you live in this area where we're seeing the purple here, I would definitely just stay settled in for the rest of this morning, and once we get into the afternoon, the water levels go down. You can get out maybe and get around. Orange, most of your heavy rain was been to your south, so you'll be okay there. In Beaumont, when I drove in to the station earlier a couple hours ago, things were looking like they were okay. Didn't see too much in the way of flooding. The water levels were starting to come down just a little bit. And from Nederland down to Port Arthur, not looking too bad there as well. So things are looking better across the area. Once again, we have a flash flood warning till 11:15, which should end here in a few minutes for mid-county, and then we have a flash flood warning until noon for southern parts of Orange County back into Beaumont. We'll have to wait and see if they extend any of these right now, especially the one here at 11:15, but I think with water levels going down and this the light rain overhead, I don't think they'll probably extend too much farther in towards the future. But here's a current look at radar, and you can see some moderate to light rains pushing into the area where we've seen the flooding, a little bit of a break, and maybe some more lighter rain out towards the west. But it's all starting to die down, and things are looking better here on this Father's Day morning. Appreciate you tuning into the stream. We're going to be go ahead and signing off. Kerry Cooper will be here later on this afternoon to keep an eye on things for you. I hope you have a great morning.